Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of the D-Pad Discourse. This edition will be for the week of March 23rd, 2014. Alright, well, the biggest news for the past week was Facebook buying Oculus for $2 billion. Crazy amount of money. But anyway, a lot of people were disappointed by this news, got really angry about this news. And even some games such as Minecraft that were once going to be on the Oculus Rift have now been canceled for the Oculus Rift because of this news. And this news pretty much shows how people don't trust Facebook. A lot of privacy issues and privacy problems going on these past few months about spying and government spying on people's profiles and checking out what they do. And a lot of people don't trust these social networking sites as much as they used to, or they just don't trust them at all. So this news about Facebook buying Oculus definitely affected the Oculus Rift in a negative way. For me personally, I don't really know what's going to happen based on this news. It's hard for me to say. I think it'll be easier for certain games to be on Oculus Rift, or certain projects to be on Oculus Rift now thanks to Facebook's money. But at the same time, since a lot of people seem to not be interested in the Oculus Rift anymore due to this Facebook deal, I don't know how attractive those projects for the Oculus Rift will be now. The Oculus Rift started on Kickstarter, and now this big company is buying the Oculus Rift. So it's kind of like a mismatch when it comes to that. So overall, I think we're just going to have to see what happens in a few years when it comes to the Oculus Rift, see how far it takes off in terms of popularity. But this deal here was really met with some negative criticism. Alright, also in this past week, the Xbox One Titanfall bundle was available in stores for $450, which is $50 less than its regular price, which is $500. Overall, Microsoft has said that this is just a promotion, not a official price drop. But I think this deal here shows, or excuse me, is a sign that the Xbox One will have an official price drop pretty soon. I'm still thinking that the Xbox One will be available for $400 by the fall of this year, and it's looking like it's really going to happen. I think the announcement will be probably sometime around E3 or a little bit after that for the Xbox One to drop to $400. The Xbox One at the $500 Titanfall system for the Xbox One Titanfall system is a really good deal, and to find it for $450 or even less than that is a great deal. I mean, there's a lot of people who bought it when they saw it that it was $450, so I really think that Microsoft would be doing a good thing if they dropped the price of the Xbox One Titanfall bundle, or just the Xbox One system period, to $400 to match the price of the PS4. Especially when later on this year, more games for the Xbox One will be out and the system will be more attractive by then. So we'll see what happens, but it's looking like the Xbox One will definitely get a price drop soon. Alright, recently 2 new Assassin's Creed games have been revealed. One for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC, and another one for the last-gen consoles. And the one for the last-gen consoles has been stated to be a continuation of Black Flag, while the new one for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC, called Assassin's Creed Unity, will be a completely new experience. Now, shortly after this, Ubisoft stated that it would be crazy to not have at least one Assassin's Creed each year. And overall, I can understand that. The series makes a lot of money for them, and it would be crazy from a business standpoint to not have a new Assassin's Creed each year. But overall, I think that a lot of people are starting to get tired of Assassin's Creed due to it coming out so often, especially now that there's going to be multiple versions of Assassin's Creed each year. And it's different from sports games that release yearly. Even though sports games get a lot of flack for releasing on a yearly basis, games that are heavily story based, they usually don't release every year. They usually release every 2 to 3 years when it comes to sequels. So Assassin's Creed releasing on the same schedule that sports games releasing kind of makes the series be viewed even worse than sports games by some people due to it releasing so much. But at the same time, the series can still, do new things, still could be innovative, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how the series will be in a few years as it moves from the last gen consoles onto the new current gen consoles. Alright, and to end off this edition of the D-Pad Discourse, Rocksteady recently commented on why Batman Arkham Knight won't be coming out to the Wii U. And overall, I'm surprised that we're still talking about why multi-platform releases aren't coming out for the Wii U. It should be obvious by now the reasons why. But pretty much Rocksteady said that Batman Arkham Knight won't be coming out to the Wii U because the system just can't handle what they're doing with the game, which is why the game will only be coming out to the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. And like I said before, the surprising news should come when the Wii U actually gets a multi-platform game at this point. News about the Wii U not getting a multi-platform game shouldn't be surprising at all anymore. The system, spec-wise, is closer to the Xbox 360 and PS3 than it is the PS4 and Xbox One. And on top of that, the system just isn't doing well in sales at all. So I really think that this whole multi-platform news when it comes to the Wii U should just stop when it comes to multi-platform games not releasing on the system. And the news should come when a multi-platform game, a new one, actually comes out to the Wii U, since that will be the surprising news. Alright, and that was another edition of the D-Pad Discourse. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys will come back next week. Until then, this is Brad Davis saying goodbye, everybody.